Hello students, this is Miss Pooja Arun Matre, lecturer in Electronics and Telecommunication Department in Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology, Bhayandar East. Today's topic is CND chapter number 4 Data Link Layer part 1. The learning course outcomes are data link layer, introduction of DDL, that means data link layer, functions of DDL, error, types of errors, single bit error, burst error, and error control. First we will see the what is the data link layer. The second layer is referred to as the data link layer. The second layer of the OSI model is data link layer. These layers define how frames of information are constructed. So generally these mean defining how bytes are combined into units called frame. That means bytes are combined together to make a one frame. So data link layer sends a data frame from the network layer to the physical layer at the sender side. So data link layer receives the services from the network layer and provide the services to the physical layer at the sender side. And at the receiving side, uh, data link layer receives the services from the physical layer and provides the services to the network layer. That means at the sender side, when data link layer receive the services from the network layer, that time he get the data in the packet form, and those packets are converted into the frames, and those frames are sent to the physical layer. But at the receiving side, data link layer receives the services from the physical layer, and data is in the form of the bytes. So all the bytes are combined together to make frames, and those frames are sent it to the network layer. Functions of data link layer. First function is the link establishment and termination. That means data link layer establish and terminates the logical link between the two nodes. Second one is a physical addressing. So after creating frames, data link layer adds a physical address, that is a MAC address of a sender or receiver in the header of the each frame. Third is a framing. So framing is a function of data link layer. It provides a way for a sender and transmit a set of bits that are meaningful to the receiver. So this can be accomplished by attaching a special bit pattern to the beginning and the end of the frame. Next one is a frame traffic control. Data link layers tell the transmitting node to the backup algorithm when no frame buffer are available. That means data link layer check the traffic is there in the route of transmitting or not. If there is a no any frame are sending to the physical or the network layer, that means the traffic is the route is clear. So backup algorithm is used over there. Frame sequencing, it transmits and receives the frame sequential manner just because of the frame header. The next function is frame acknowledgement. So data link layer provides and expects the acknowledgements, that is the positive acknowledgement and negative acknowledgement. That means frame is delivered or not. Error control. Data link layer provides the mechanism of error control in which it detects and retransmits a damaged or lost frames. Flow control. The data rate must be constant on both sides, else the data may get corrupted. Thus, the flow control coordinates that amount of data that can be sent before receiving the acknowledgement. Access control. When a single communication channel is shared by multiple devices, MAC sublayer of data link layer helps to determine which device has control over the channel at given time. That means when they are using a single communication channel by the multiple devices, so MAC sublayer give a control over a channel for that time. And feedback, after transmitting the frame, system waits for the feedback. After feedback, they sends another frame. Error. So there are many reasons such as a noise, crosstalk, and damage, lost frame, and etc., which may help data to get corrupted during the transmission. That means at the transmitting time we get a number of reasons for the corruption of the data. So a condition when the receiver's information does not match with the sender's information. So during the transmission, digital signals suffer from the noise that can introduce errors in the binary bits which is traveling from the sender to receiver. That means 0 bit may change to the 1 or 1 bit may change to the 0, and this is called a error. When the sender's data is when the receiver's data does not match with the sender's data, that means bits get exchanged with each other, so error is occur over there. So there are the two types of error, which is single bit error and burst error. Single bit error. In a single bit error, only one bit of given data unit, such as a byte character data unit or a packet, is changed from 0 to 1 and 1 to 0. So single bit are mostly likely to occur in parallel transmission. Here the diagram showing the sender side data and receiver side data. Here a 0 bit, the fifth bit of sender side is exchanged with a 1 at the receiver side. That means error is occur over there. Burst error. In a burst error, two or more bits in the data unit have changed from 1 to 0 and 0 to 1. So in a burst error, multiple bits of the binary values changes. Burst error can change any two or more bits in a transmission. So these bits need not to be adjacent bits. Burst error are more likely to occur in a single transmission. So the length of the burst is measured from the first corrupted bit to the last corrupted bit. Some bits in a between may not have been corrupted. That means burst error means when the more than one bit is changed from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0, that this is called a burst error. And the length of the burst error is measured by the first corrupted bit to the last corrupted bit. Here the diagram showing the burst error occur. The sent data is 000000 1000000 and the receiver data is 3 times 0, 2 times 1, 0, 2 times 1 and 6 times zeros and 1 0. Here the 3 bits are corrupted, that means 3 bits change their data 0 to 1. So the length of burst error is 5. The first corrupted bit is at the fourth position, then the last corrupted bit is at the ninth position. So the error length is calculated by the first bit to the last bit of the corrupted bits. Error control. Error control in a data link layer is the process of the detecting and correcting data frames that have been corrupted or lost during the transmission. So data link layer uses the technique of error control simply to ensure and confirm that all the data frames or packets, that is bit streams of data, are transmitted or transferred from the sender to receiver, so with a certain accuracy. So using or providing the error control at this data link layer is an optimization. So it was never requirement. So error control is basically process in a data link layer of detecting and or identifying and retransmitting data frames that might be lost or corrupted during the transmission. That means error control mechanism means we have to detect and correct the errors. And error control mechanism also provide the service to detect the data, identify the data and retransmit the data. So in case of lost or corrupted frames, the receiver does not receive the correct data frame and sender is ignorant about the loss. So data link layer follows a technique to detect transmit error and take necessary actions. which is retransmission of frames whenever error is detected or frame is lost. The process is called the automatic repeat request ARQ. The phases in error controls are: the error control mechanism in data link layer involves the following phases. Detection of error. First, we detect the error, that is transmission error, or if any error is detected by the either the sender or the receiver. Next is acknowledgement. So acknowledgement may be positive or negative. Positive acknowledgement on receiving a correct frame, so receiver send a positive acknowledgement. So on receiving a damaged frame, so or a duplicate frame, the receiver will send a negative acknowledgement back to the sender. And the third one is a retransmission. The sender maintains a clock and sets a timeout period. If an acknowledgement of a data frame previously transmitted that does not arrive before the timeout or a negative acknowledgement is received, the sender retransmits the frame. Ways of error control. The data can be corrupted during the transmission, so error must be detected and corrected. The error in data basically caused due to the various impairments that occur during the process of transmission. When this is imperfect medium or environment exists in a transmission, it prone to the error in the original data. So here basically are two ways of the error controls are error detection and error correction. Thank you.